Lions TV, how are you? I've just finished live streaming the Millwall versus Crystal Palace behind closed doors friendly at the Den, the final friendly before the season kicks off on Saturday in the first round of the Carabao Cup away to Crawley. So I thought I'd just cut off from that quickly and give you a little full-time assessment. Difficult test for us today against good opposition. Obviously, Palace Premiership side been established there for a while now, and they went with a strong side. Front three of Ayew, Wilfried Zaha, and the other guy I can't remember. But listen, three good players, quick players, technically gifted. You know, again, Zaha, the money he's worth alone. You know, it just speaks volumes of where we are as a club. We've come a long, long way, and we did hold our own in the game. We in the end probably could have won the game. Deserved something definitely from it. The starting 11 was Bulkowski in goal. Three centre backs with Cooper, Alex Pearce and Sean Hutchinson. Yuri Skalak pulled up in the warm-up and he was replaced by Hayden Muller, who was absolutely outstanding, by the way. So confident on the ball. A young centre-back up and coming out of position, and it just excites me for the future of him and other players that are now coming into the fold in the first team. Left wing-back was Scott Malone. Two central midfielders was Sean Williams and Ryan Leonard. And then you had the three up front, Jeb Wallace on the right, Mason Bennett on the left, and Tom Bradshaw down the middle. Team that surprised me a little bit. I wasn't sure Bradshaw was going to start. I thought he might have gone with Smith. And unfortunately, again, Bradshaw wasn't the most effective in the limited chances he did get. One definitely towards the end he should have done better with. The first half was a little bit of a nothing game. I'm not just saying it again because he's young and I don't want to speak him up, but Hayden Muller was getting forward brilliantly down the right. Seemed to be an acres of space he was finding himself in. You know, he's worked that position himself. It's no coincidence that these players find themselves with time on the ball. He did very, very well. He's very confident on the ball. Nothing was really happening. You know, Palace didn't have a shot. We didn't test their goalkeeper at all. And eventually Palace's superiority, shall we say, did press through. They moved the ball slightly quicker than us, although we did keep the ball well, move it quick. It's just their pace going forward and, the final ball. Again, with the millions of pounds worth of talent they've got in those areas, it isn't surprising they took the lead. Wilfried Zaha gets up against Scott Malone, twists and turns, lays it back. It breaks to Mayer, who come in, I think his name's Max Mayer, and he gets the goal, puts it beyond Bulkowski into the far corner. That's half time. We come out second half, and we played the same team that started the first half, which surprised me because we do see a lot of times in these friendlies, 45 minutes, 1-11, 45 minutes, a different 11. It didn't do that. We didn't make any changes until the hour. Before that, we started to do well. We started to impose ourselves on the game. Although going forward, no great threats. Crosses into the box, too close to the goalkeeper. He's coming and plucking them out of the air. Thanks very much. On the hour, 3 changes were made. Murray Wallace come in for Alex Pearce. This is the only negative spin I'm going to put on this video. I love Murray Wallace as a player at left wing back. I don't rate him as a centre-back. Alex Pearce, I love him at the club. I love him as club captain. I don't mind him coming on doing a job here and there. For me, this season, not strong enough to start as centre-back. And I think if that's what we're going to go with, I think we could struggle in that area. Hayden Muller been brilliant today. Is he experienced enough to sit straight into a centre-back 3? I don't think Gary Rowett would trust him with that, for 1. And for 2, is he up to it? He's definitely up to it. We don't want to rush him into things. And again, the only way you will find out is if you throw him in. But I don't think that's a risk that Gary Rowett is going to take. The other 2 substitutions that came on were the real positive ones. Ryan Woods come on for Sean Williams, has started to pull strings as he does. Mason Bennett was taken off again. I love him at the club and I really wanted to sign him, and he will be a good player for us, but very ineffective today. Maybe just needs to be settled in more game time under his belt, which unfortunately we are running out of time. Conor Mahoney come on and was brilliant. Yes, he everything he tried didn't come off, but he's very much like Jed. And for me, he's going to be a key player for us this season. Very confident with the ball at his feet, not afraid to try anything. Not everything he did come off, but we did get some good balls into the box with him on the pitch. We did test their goalkeeper with him on the pitch. Again, Hayden Muller was getting down the line brilliantly and linking up with Sean Hutchinson, who was very, very high at the pitch. We pressed them well in the second half. Junior Tienza come on and did well, in my opinion. He was unlucky. He was involved in a position and an area and an incident that could have led to a penalty for us, but we didn't get. And we should have got level. A crossfield ball from Murray Wallace. Matt Smith comes on again. As much as his all-round game maybe isn't amazing, stuff happens when he's on the pitch. He wins the flick on. Conor Mahoney gets the ball, cuts in, cuts back, gets down the line, cuts it back. Smith takes the original shot, and Tom Bradshaw, if I'm honest, should do better from 5 yards. But again, in his defence, very, very limited amount of chances. And if you're getting 3-4 in a game, you're expected to take one. If you're only really getting one, and you're out of practice, you're not scoring goals, then, you can't be expected always to get that goal. His miss and the way he carried himself after that miss, his reaction to it, is just, it just stinks of a man who just needs a goal. And I think if he gets one again, he could fire for us. But despite our late pressing, it wasn't to be. We did lose the game by 1-0, but it's a good test. And the result, if we're honest, we're probably expected. Palace really threatened Bulkowski. Second half, he made probably one save, one good goal line clearance from, I think it was Sean Hutchinson. But listen, it's a good run out. It's a good test. It ends 1-0. And now we move on to the season's opener this Saturday against Crawley in the Carabao Cup. It is away on Saturday. It is a 1 p.m. kickoff. There will be pre-match content up for that on Thursday. Until then, I hope you enjoyed your bank holiday weekend, and please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.